Welcome back, guys. Gvids here. Today's video, well, this is one of the only little fish exploits that I can think of that hasn't been patched so far. Obviously, if you guys want to go, it's just outside of Saint Denis, as you saw on the map there. So basically, guys, all you're going to want to do is come to that location there. You're going to find these little creeks, and just want to cast your line into them. Make sure you put a bait on and cast into the water, and you'll see them start spawning all around. Now what I like to do is try to coax them into the little creeks. Sometimes they spawn into the creeks for you already, but if they don't, then just kind of coax them in on your own, and just kind of do little circles and pick the fish up as you go, just in case if they despawn on you, and they tend to sink into the mud and back into the water, and you tend to lose them. So you can always use your eagle eye if you do lose them. But we're going to get a whole bunch of little guys here, some bullheads, some bluegills, some chain pickerels, but the main prize here is going to be the longnose gars. I highly suggest you steal a horse before you come here, so you can bring a few of them back with you. Or if you have the hunter's cart, you can load up as much as you want. Basically go until they stop spawning. But if they do stop spawning, you can pretty much just recast into the water once again, and more fish will spawn in for you. I have tried the one at Stillwater Creek. That one has been patched, and that was one of the oldest, long-lasting little fish exploit ponds, I guess you want to call it, that was left. And that was very old, and they finally did patch it. But this spot here is still quite lucrative, and they have not patched this one yet. I don't know if they will or not. It's not very far from the Saint Denis butchers. It's about maybe a half a minute to a minute run. But like I said, guys, make sure you bring a few horses with you, or if you do have carts, obviously use the cart. I have not made it that far yet. I still managed to do well with the stolen carts, which I'll be throwing a video up in the next little while on that as well. But anyways, guys, just run around. I tend to kill anything I see. That's just the way of the game, as I think anyone should play. You see something, you kill it, and you take their parts. So it kind of looks like the water's cleared up a little bit, so I'm gonna do a quick little run around, see if anything pops in. Then I'll do another cast and just kind of show you guys that more fish will come in once you do another cast. Just kind of run around, check out what's going on, making sure nothing's on the ground. So just whip out the fishing pole again. I like to start right at this end of the creek here, as I'm calling it. I guess it's more of like a channel. And that way you can kind of bring the fish in towards you. Just cast in the water. You don't necessarily need to keep it in there for long. And as you see, we have more fish spawning in for us now. So this spot's really good, guys. It's pretty much an unlimited area again. As long as you keep casting, more fish will spawn in. Obviously, you gotta use the tricks of the trade and run around in some small little circles. I do little spurts. I try to slowly walk at times too, because I find the fish actually get spooked a little bit easier when you're walking slower. When you're running, you just kind of run right through them, and they don't really kind of follow you. You can coax them easier if you're on a walking motion. So just keep that in mind when you're going and chasing them around. I don't know. I like to just keep moving too, so this is kind of why I like these little methods of fishing and whatnot. I don't need to stand still. And for people that are really early in the game, you may be able to get a few fish out of here without casting into the water. Casting into the water just kind of guarantees the spawn in of fish. And here comes some more gars. Get him swimming into the creek here, or the bay, whatever you want to call them. And sometimes you look like a kind of a dummy running around in circles, but you know what? Grabbing these gars is worth it. No fight, no fuss, just grab and go. So if I had another horse, which I don't at the moment, I would slap that one on, and then I would ride the stolen horse and call my horse and take those fish in. And not to say, guys, there is a ton of gators around this area, so you can load up on those as well. Whoa, losing my voice here. And there's also some birds that also spawn in this location. It's a very great location, guys. I use it all the time. I'm sure if you play online and you see a guy named Pothead, you will probably find him over near this area because I spend a lot of time over here. But anyways, guys, I really hope this could help you guys out. This is pretty much one of the last fish exploits, as you want to call it, that are left that I have at least found so far. But I'm going to be keep fishing and trying some old spots and seeing what's patched and what hasn't been, and kind of going from there. But for now, guys, I'm going to cut her short, maybe do a little bit more hunting on my way to the butcher's, or just run her back to my camp. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.